mën a boole.
xanaa Gamcel mi fi jiitu mën fi.
naka lañ ciy bokkee.
jëndal téeméeri dala si dugal sa mobile wax ci ba pare bokk ci fukk yi ñuy tànn ñu dem Makka wala Rome.
waaw loolu kañ lay door nag.
tàmbali nañ fii may wax ak yow door leen ndax ñun door nañu.
cey Gamcel.
ku bëgg lu baax ñëwal Gamcel. Join SOS Children's Villages, the Gambia and its partners for the 3rd edition of the President Yaya Jammeh's Flag, our national traditional wrestling competition of schools, sponsored by His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaj Dr. Yaya AJJ Jammeh, with a regional traditional wrestling competition in all 6 education regions and a national finals competition in Serekunda.
Our regional champion finalists and curtain racers are Kunta Kinte, Yekini, Gainako, Balagede, Jinamori, Omotsen, Tangajir, Gribordo, Gambia and Modlo.
And the national finals will take place on Saturday, 15th June, on the eve of the Day of the African Child at the Serekunda East Mini Stadium opposite the buffer zone, starting at 2 p.m. prompt.
The special guest of honor at the national finals is His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya AJJ Jammeh, together with SOS Children's Villages in support of children in the Gambia, wrestling our national sport, education, and a loving home for every child.
Tickets are patrons $300, adults $25 and children $10. This time, do not miss the fun.
Get connected. Join your friends. Watch the world. QCell's 3G plus internet on mobile, computer or tablets. QCell, Senior Boss, the Gambia's quality network.
Discover the smiling coast of Africa.
Good evening, viewers. Thanks for joining us here on Gambia Radio and Television Services. It's another taxpayer education program courtesy of the Gambia Revenue Authority and the Gambia Radio and Television Services. My usual panelist from the Gambia Revenue Authority, Mr. Fafanding Cham, who is the Deputy Commissioner for Domestic Taxes at the GRA. Welcome to the program, Mr. Cham.
Thank you.
And on my immediate left, I have Mr. Mari Sar, who is the Acting Tax Officer, or Tax Manager for that matter, at the Gambia Revenue Authority. Mr. Sar, welcome to this program also.
Thank you.
Last program, we discussed about the rental income tax, and this is going to be one of the final programs that we will be centering around the topic for rental income tax. But for those who have just been joining us, I just want to throw this question again to Mr. Sar to define us what rental income tax is, Mr. Saar.
Thank you very much, Modu. Like you have said, this is the GRA Taxpayer Education Program, and our today's topic is a continuation of last week's topic, which is the rental income tax. Rental income tax, as defined in the law, is the tax that is imposed on any person who owns and lets out a property for residence or commercial use. So we have two categories of this. The first is properties that are used for residential purposes, and the other category is properties that are rented for commercial use. Good. In short, this is rental income and rental income tax.
Two categories, both the residential and we also have the commercial. Can you go further into defining some of these terms?
Okay, the residential is any property that is used for dwelling purposes, where people are living with their families, they are sleeping there. That is the residential property or residential use. But the commercial, any property that is used for revenue generation, like the tenant is using it as a business, as an office, as a warehouse, or any other revenue generating means, then that property is termed as a commercial usage, and the owner, if he is renting it out, he should pay commercial rental income tax.
Now, since we have two of them, we have the residential tax and we also have the commercial tax also under the same rental income tax. Does this mean that their payment is also different?
Yes, their payment is different in that they are taxed at different rates. The residential is taxed at 10% and the commercial is taxed at 15% on the gross. That is no deduction is allowed. Okay. The total rent received is taxed.
Okay. Mr. Cham, since we need to pay residential and commercial tax for rental, who exactly now really needs to pay? Is it the landlord or the tenant himself?
Thank you very much, Modu. This question is very, very important because sometimes people are confused about who should pay this tax. Well, according to the Income and Value Added Tax 2012, this tax is paid by landlord, because if you look at the income is received by landlord, not the tenants. So the burden or the tax incident is on the landlords and not on the tenants. Yes.
Good. So that means the landlord is supposed to pay this.
Exactly.
I would want to also ask this question. Since the landlord is supposed to pay this, does that mean that prices are also supposed to increase? Because, you know, when we begin to link VAT and we talk about rental income tax, I hope the confusion wouldn't still be there since VAT is into existence. Some, you know.
Yeah, there may be some little bit confusion, but with our explanation and our sensitization, we are of the belief, or we hope that people will now know the difference between these two types of taxes. For rental income, as you said, the burden is on the landlord, while the